Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of this TEW 2016 of WCW 1998 now, as we have our first show in January of the new year. Monday Night Nitro, of course, as we're in the Greensboro Coliseum right after our very, very big show, Starrcade 97. What a huge show that was. That was back at episode 10. If you are somehow watching this not in order, please go back and watch that and come back to this one. But before we run the show, let's do some change to the storylines here. Get you caught up on this. All right, the Giant versus Kevin Nash. For those, of course, this ended in a double countout. And Kevin Nash and the Giant at Starrcade, because Kevin Nash didn't want to do the job, brother. So that's going to change. We'll keep that going. Buff Bagwell versus Lex Luger. Really no need for that. We'll end that. Chris Benoit versus The Flock. Benoit beat Saturn for the WCW World Television title. At Starrcade, we still have not done the Benoit Raven match. That's going to happen. And so we're going to keep that one. Cruiserweight title. That is going to be changed from Eddie Guerrero to Rey Mysterio Jr. Gonna add that. Face versus face. Don't know how that's going to work. Goldberg streak we're going to keep. But I don't know who he's going to face yet. That's sold out. Don't know yet. Pending on that one. Hogan versus Sting. We are going to end that. That is a fact. Yeah, that is going to happen. We're not going to end it on this episode, though. We're going to end it at Thunder. We're going to end that there. But after Thunder, as you'll see in the video, you'll kind of realize why this will be ended on the first Thunder. Steiner Brothers split still has not happened yet, of course. That's going to happen at our February show, Super Brawl. I believe that would be Super Brawl 8. But that's going to happen. Bret Hart versus the NWO, that, of course, is still a thing. Actually, that might not be a thing. Once next week's Nitro rolls around, we're going to have a new storyline. This storyline is out the window. Basically because we're going to have some upcoming events in the upcoming weeks. And you'll see why that is. I don't want to spoil anything. I want to kind of let this be a surprise. We'll add the new storylines at the probably after the Thunder episode, so at WCW Saturday Night, we'll give you an update on what to look forward to on that. But without further ado, let's run the show. Let's make sure this doesn't crash. All right, and we have a opening segment. We're not going to go to the announcers first. It's a shot of the NWO locker room. It's just a shot of it. And you're hearing a lot of just yelling and screaming. You go, what the hell is going on? And then, the yelling kind of brings it down a bit. It's brought down. You faintly hear it, and then you just see the outsiders, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, walk out of the locker room shaking their heads, just kind of going, yeah, just kind of screw this, there's no need for it. And it's kind of like planting the seeds of an NWO split. That's kind of what basically that is. That all of the guys are frustrated. No one really won a WCW match or an NWO match except for the kind of throwaway 6-man. So the NWO, they're not feeling great. They were on top of the world since June of '96. And that shell shock is kind of setting in. And here we see that, and Mike Tenay was set off screen. Well, I guess that's fine. But just kind of hyping up Starrcade, kind of recapping for those of you, the Nitro fans tuning in that didn't see it. And then we start off with Larry Zbyszko and J.J. Dillon in the ring, cutting a promo basically on the NWO, just saying we've done it. We have beaten the NWO at their own game. We have taken that championship away from Hollywood Hulk Hogan. And hopefully it's for good, because Luger beat him for the belt. I remember that one Nitro and he lost it at the pay-per-view. He didn't even have it for a week. But we're, and J.J. Dillon and Larry Zbyszko kind of hyping that up, and they introduce Sting, present him with the new belt, it doesn't have the graffiti on it, nothing like that. So it's feeling good, feeling good about the WCW. And then Eric Bischoff, kind of walks down to the ring, gets in the ring, and kind of cuts a promo, or it doesn't really cut a promo, just kind of tells Sting, Sting, I guess you could say congratulations, but, maybe not, we're gonna, we'll just be congratulations on the win, kind of sarcastically doing it as kind of a bit of a joke, and announces that on our very first Thunder, you get to put that title on the line yet again in a rematch. Hollywood Hulk Hogan, he is throwing down his contract clause for his rematch. Sting, this Thursday, you're going to have to defend that belt. So hype that match up. I believe... no, I don't want to continue. I don't think I added it. Okay, I did. Just wanted to make sure. Alright. And here's the first opening match. Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Kidman. Figure this would be great. High spots match. And got 73. So perfect opener. Figured I'd throw in Norman Smiley, Steven Regal. Thought it would be better, but Norman's not there yet. 56 ain't bad, though. Not bad at all. And then here, just the Goldberg entrance, the pyro and stuff. Rating on his menace. Awesome. Goldberg, he just beat Mongo. Starrcade. Now, looking into Nitro, and he's going to beat Tenzan in 5 minutes. Unbelievable. Gets a 62. Honestly thought it'd be better. What did I book this match as? Road Agent notes. Regular. Okay, I thought I'd booked it as a brawl. That's alright, though. And here we have a Bret Hart interview. Just with Mean Gene in the ring. Hyping about, the how his first WCW pay-per-view was a huge success. Beating Scott Hall. Getting control for Larry Zbyszko and for WCW, getting rid of the poison that is the NWO, and also kind of taking shots, hyping up, the Sting and Hogan match as well, kind of saying, I like to throw my name in the hat for maybe a future title match down the line, just kind of hyping that up, planting the seeds is all that was, really, planting the seeds. This fucking match, I figured this would be awesome when I basically hyped this at Starrcade. Guerrero Benoit for the TV title. Benoit gets the win. Didn't want to switch the title yet. I want Eddie to kind of get a nice run with a belt other than the Cruiserweight title. Kind of want him to also climb the ranks for titles. He was a U.S. champion, if I remember correctly, back in 96. Could be wrong on that. I'm almost positive he was. If not, he wrestled for it. And just kind of hyping that. But I figured this match would be fucking great. And it was. In 85. And then post-match beatdown by the Flock. As I want to get a Benoit Raven match. I want that to happen still in the Ravens Rules match. Don't know if it's going to be for the belt or not. That's the problem. I don't think Raven necessarily needs a TV title. But I guess he could. But, well, yeah, definitely it'll probably happen sold out. their match. Don't know if it's gonna be for the title yet, though. That is a bit of a question mark. Doesn't need the title. You know, we'll kind of fill it out here. As we still got 3 weeks to go before that. Still a long time. And here, figure this would be a great promo for Flair. We're in the Greensboro Coliseum. The amount of huge events that Ric Flair's been a part of, figured why not have him cut a promo here? And this promo in ring with Gene Okerlund is, oh, and I put Kurt Hennig on screen. That's supposed to be off screen. Just hyping up, kind of talking about the history of Starrcade and kind of him being pissed off that, kind of Eric Bischoff did book him on that Starrcade. Starrcade 97, he wasn't a part of. And, he said, he saw that with tears in his eyes as he saw WCW and his boys. It's talking about Sting, how, he passed the torch to him back at, that Great American Bash show, and seeing Sting being kind of the flag bearer for WCW when no one else could, and just kind of hyping that up, and kind of taking the piss out of the NWO as well, just saying, we fought him for years, and that son of a bitch, Hulk Hogan, the Outsiders, even Kurt Hennig, turning his back on him. It's kind of just an emotional promo, I figured, for him. Figured it'd be a little better, but I figured it'd be in the A's, but that's alright. 88, I mean, it's close enough. And then Scott Hall comes out, kind of cuts him off. Just kind of challenged him for a match, said, well, old man, you weren't at Starrcade, figured it'd be past your bedtime, so why not challenge you right here in Greensboro for a match tonight on Nitro? And Flair accepts. So that's going to be the main event. Flair, Scott Hall. It should be a pretty good match. And then, wow, this match. Holy shit, Scott Steiner. Holy fuck. Good little tag match. Put the belts on the line just to do it. As Scott Norton and Chono representing the NWO. Fucking Steiner wins with a 5 minute. In 5 minutes with a Steiner screwdriver on Chono. Just kind of still planting the seeds. Not really planting the seeds for a split. Just kind of looking at the Steiner brothers going strong moving forward. And here we have a giant in-ring promo on Kevin Nash. Just kind of cutting him down. Saying, wish we would have saw a clean finish at Starrcade. Wish I would have beat him. Hopefully down the line he will. It's kind of a hype for that. And this match, figured this would be a good little match for Kurt Hennig to get his heat back after losing the belt, losing the WCW United States title. Kurt Hennig versus Jericho. Hennig wins with about 10 minutes in with the Hennig Plex. Rick Rude also did a run-in. Kurt Hennig and Jericho, figured that'd be a good little match. 76, not bad. Not bad at all. And then afterwards, Jericho, the frustration sets in. I didn't set him to turn, which sucks because this was going to be for playing the seats. He takes a chair, just kind of, after slapping the mat, just kind of upset with himself, rolls to the outside, grabs the chair, starts hitting the ring post, kind of saying, I'm fed up with this shit type of moment. Really seeing him break, because at this time he was just that white meat baby face. And, really, in my opinion, Jericho is so much better as a heel. Just the best. I figured, why not start that heel run here in 98. And here we see Scott Hall, Ric Flair, the main event. Flair wins after the botched interference by Hogan. Hogan comes in, tries to settle the score with Ric Flair. Tries to help out Scott Hall, trying to help ensure that the NWO is fine. They're not going to split up. But he ends up fucking over Scott Hall. A lot of people interfered. Kevin Nash interfered. The Giant interfered to help out Hall, kind of beat up Nash. And also Arn Anderson came in and helped out Ric Flair for the win. Got a 75, which is great. Here was just a fucking freestyle brawl. I mean, you saw the guys that interfered. Then we saw Hollywood Hogan comes, or Kurt Hennig comes out. He wasn't listed, but he comes out. Sting comes out. Bret Hart, Diamond Dallas Page. WCW NWO brawl to close out the show. Figured it'd be a great little closing moment. As, yeah, that should have been a good show. I don't think there's really no bad segments, so there's that. As we, yeah, come on, there we go. Got a 77. Oh, we didn't do a storytelling. Ooh, that sucked. But increased popularity, lost popularity in some regions. That must have been the U.S. 77. At least we're getting B's. You know, we're getting that 77 to 85 region. What kind of hurt us was probably the Norman Regal match. That probably killed us a little bit. And maybe you could say the Tenzan Goldberg match. But other than that, you know, I think it was still a success. But thank you all for watching for episode 11. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you next time for Thunder. Episode 12, boys. We'll see you there.